topic is reproduction, plant reproduction. So reproduction means the ability of living things to produce more of their own kind. Means how particular living organisms create same type of species from using pre-existing species like dog babies, puppy, cat babies, kitten, human beings babies, whether male and female child. Similarly, plants can reproduce, plants can make their own species by using the seeds. You know, most plants bear flowers, and flowers have so many fruits, and fruits contain lot of seeds. And what happens? Seeds can go into a new plant because if they get proper amount of conditions, they get proper sunlight, water, air, so that they can germinate, they can go into a new plant. That is called reproduction. Like different flowers have different fruits, and fruits contain lot of seeds, so that is why they are called the flowering plants. This is why they are called flowering plants. Most plants reproduce through seeds, but some plants do not reproduce through seeds. Like they can grow from the parts of plant, like sweet potato, it can grow from the roots. Rose, it can grow from the stem. And similarly, aloe vera, it can grow from the leaves. So these are the different parts of plant which can reproduce. It is not necessary that all plants reproduce through the seeds only. They can reproduce from roots, stems and leaves also. So that is why this is called vegetative reproduction. Reproduction from seeds. You know, the common method of reproduction in plants is through seeds. Seeds get proper amount of sunlight, water, air. So that is why seeds can go into a new plant. Fruits with one seed like peaches, mango, plums, all these are the seeds which contain only one seed, that is called monocotyledons. Seeds which contains fruits which contain many seeds like papaya, orange, watermelon, guava, all these are called polycotyledons seeds. So there are two types, there are so many seeds, polycotyledons, monocotyledons. What is the structure of seed? Seed is a part of plant that can grow into a new plant. So a seed is that part of plant which can grow into a new plant. As you know, the outer covering of seed is called seed coat, which protects the inner part of the seed, because seed coat provides water and nutrients to the baby plant, which is called an embryo. As you can see, the leafy structure is called baby plant, which is called embryo, and um, the orange part refers to cotyledons, which provide food to the baby plant. So first of all, the baby plants need proper amount of food so that he can grow into a new plant. It is very much important. So cotyledons provide food to the baby plant. A seed, cotyledons store food and provides nutrients to the growing embryo. Similarly, a seed with one cotyledons are called monocots, like maize, rice, wheat. These are having only one cotyledons or one seed leaf. That is why they are called monocots. And seeds which are having two cotyledons are called dicots. As you can see, beans, peas and grams. So these are the seeds which are having two cotyledons or two seed leaves, that are called dicotyledon. And you know, cotyledons provide food to the baby plant. So next is germination. What do you mean by germination? Germination occurs when the seed grows into a new plant. When the baby plant called seed or seedling grows into a new plant and get proper amount of water, sunlight, air, this process is called germination. And later it grow into a sapling and finally grow into a big tree. So this is how the germination process occurs. For that, a seed requires a right kind of soil, fertile soil, adequate sunlight, proper sunlight, fresh air and water, because water provides nutrients to the proper seed. And the process by which it grows from a seed into a seedling is called germination process. And first the tiny root develops, which is called radicle, and later the tiny shoot develops, which is called plumule, and it grows upward toward the soil, toward the sunlight. So next process is dispersal. What is dispersal? Dispersal of seed is the process of scattering of seeds over a long distance. How the particular seeds dispersed, how the particular seeds get scattered from one place to another. So there are basically four main methods dispersal of seeds. First one is by the action of wind, by the action of water, because plants cannot move on their own, they are uprooted in one place, but their parts can move from one place to another. So dispersal of seeds means the scattering of seeds, how the seeds can scatter from one place to another and later grow into a new big plant. There are four main methods: dispersal by wind, by water, by the action of animals, and by explosion. So we are going to discuss one by one. Some plants which are dispersal by wind. Wind means the air. So wind carry the lightweight seeds like dandelion, Indian elm. All these are the very lightweight seeds which can be dispersed from one place to another. Seed also get dispersed when the pods like pea pod or the ladyfinger pod get dried up, and they pressurize the particular plant to explode so that the seeds can scatter. Some seeds are very much light and fluffy, like they have hairy seeds, that is why they can easily blown away by the action of wind, like dandelion, cotton seeds. All these are the seeds which can be scattered by the action of wind. Some seeds like coconut, these can be dispersed by the action of water, like hydrilla, lotus. All these are very light and spongy, and therefore they can easily float on the water and then carried away to far away places by the flowing water. So this is how dispersal of seeds by the action of water can be occurs, because they can easily float on the water. Next is dispersal by animals. Some seeds get stuck to the body of the animals, and when the animals move from one place to another, the seeds that are stick to their body parts, they can easily move away. And sometimes the birds can also eat in the fruits, and they carried the seeds from one place to another, and the seeds get attached to their wings or their beaks or their claws, and they can easily move from one place to another. Seeds having hooks and spines stick to the body of animals and get dispersed. So this is how the seed get dispersed, by the action of wind, water, animals, and explosion. So I hope it is clear to everyone. But it is not necessary that all the seeds get dispersed from one form to another. All the seeds can germinate. No, it is not possible. Some seeds do not get germinate. Seeds get stuck to the beaks, feathers of feet of birds getting carried over long distances. So this is all the methods of the seed dispersal, how the seeds get dispersed by the action of wind, by the action of water, by the explosion, and by the animals. So some seeds do not germinate at all, like Belgium, peas, mimosa plants. All these are the seeds which cannot disclose by the plants. So this is the first topic we have discussed. In this topic we have discussed what is reproduction, what are monocot seeds and dicot seeds, what is the basic functions of seed coat or cotyledons. Seed coat protect the inner part of the seed. Cotyledons provide food to the baby plant, and similarly the first part that grow from the seed is called radicle, which is called the root part of the plant, and the shoot grow upward toward the sunlight, or that is called plumule. So we are going to discuss the diagram of seed in our next class. Till then, read the topic, and if anyone is having any doubt, please free to ask. Thank you so much.